Doesn't that look good? That is rosemary garlic infused olive oil in naan bread. When you dip that hot naan bread in that garlic rosemary olive oil, it is an explosion of flavors. Let me show you how to make that. Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate all of you following me, and if you would, tell your friends about my channel as well. If you could, hit that subscribe button and then hit the bell, and then you're going to have to hit that bell again if you want to get all the notifications for all the videos that I put out. Today I want to introduce you to something I'm very fond of. It's a new machine that everybody should know about. It's an infuser. And I have right here the Levo 2 infuser. And I'll get to the bells and whistles on this nice little device here in a minute. But today I want to teach you all about how to infuse olive oil. Okay? Now I don't know if a lot of you do know me, some of you don't, but I believe that God gave us everything we need to heal naturally. I believed it so much, I wanted to learn all I could about herbs, natural resources for healing. Not only am I a registered nurse, but I did go back to school and I got my master's in public health, but I made sure to have it with a complementary alternative medicine approach. So I want people to know the very wonderful healing properties of God's pharmacy. So today we're going to cook, not really cook, but we're infusing. It is kind of cooking in a way, but it's a little bit different. So I want to show you how to infuse olive oil. Now you can do a lot of infusions with this. You can make butters with your infused oils. You can make vinaigrettes, all kinds of interesting things with infused oils. And it's not just olive oil that you use. You can use coconut oil. You can use avocado oil. There's just a lot of oils that you can use in this infuser. So the first thing I want to do is I want to talk to you about the benefits of the ingredients that I'm using. There's such an epidemic right now of hypertension, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, strokes. Well, I want to tell you the benefits about the three ingredients, just three ingredients I'm using today. The first one is olive oil. Olive oil is a monounsaturated fat, which means it's a healthy fat. It's okay to just drizzle it on a salad with some lemon juice. Olive oil helps to reduce inflammation. It helps with autoimmune disorders. It also can reduce stroke risk. It also helps fight against heart disease. And it also can help fight against Alzheimer's. So today I'm using extra virgin olive oil. This is going to be the main base. This is what I'm going to infuse my herbs into, okay? So the other thing I'm going to be using is I'm going to be using some garlic and rosemary. So let me tell you, garlic is real good about lowering cholesterol and lowering blood pressure. It opens up those arteries, helps with blood flow. It also can reduce your risk of heart attack, and it's also known to improve on memory. Now rosemary, also a powerhouse herb. It is a metabolic enhancer. It improves metabolic health. It has manganese in it, which helps with your metabolic system. It also helps fight against cancer. It's an antioxidant, and it helps your immune system. So all of these, just three ingredients that God gave us that I'm going to be using today that not only taste wonderful on salads. Some people dip their garlic bread in it. You can cook with it, use it as a base when you're cooking things in the skillet and you're sauteing herbs. So this is wonderful, but it also is medicinal. But let's get started. I want to first show you the bells and whistles of this device, okay? so to open it, you just pop it open like that. You know, it kind of has a pop motion to it. So you open it up and you have the rotator here. This helps to stir and infuse. There's a magnet down there that also spins and helps to infuse. This little device right here, they call it the decarbonator, I guess, or the dehydrator, and it comes with a little shield or filter in there. But this is what you pack your herbs down into, okay? I know that there's some people in California, they're probably using a lot of herbs, but there's one special herb that they like to use in California and Colorado, if you know what I mean. Sister Cowgirl don't do that now, okay? But anyway, you put your fresh herbs down in here, and you shut that up, and what happens is you have to decarb it, or you have to dehydrate your herbs first in order for them to infuse properly in the oil. And the decarb process can take up to 3 hours to do. But before we get there, I just want to show you, I've got my ingredients ready. I've got my extra virgin olive oil, and here's my garlic and my rosemary. Now I've got this device here that I'm going to, and I like to just go ahead and crush. Some people might just kind of dice up their garlic, but I like to go ahead and mince it. And I take that outer port. A lot of people throw this outer port away. I go ahead and leave that in there, okay? We want it all. Okay, so I'm just going to crush some more garlic. And I like to use about 1/4 cup, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and crush some more. Okay, so I've already minced some garlic, about 1/4 cup. I have my rosemary sprigs here, fresh from the garden. And so I might want to cut these down just a little bit so they fit in that decarb chamber a little bit better. So let me go ahead and clip a few of these. And I'm just going to load that decarb container up. Oh, that rosemary smells heavenly. Now I've already made, previously I made just garlic infused olive oil, and I love to use that to cook with. Spread it on my fish, and bake my fish or grill my fish. That's really good to use that way. But today I want to add garlic and rosemary together, so this is going to be my first time to do it this way. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through the decarb process. I've got my little device here, and I'm going to go ahead and first I'm going to load my rosemary down in here. Just going to shove it all in there. Dropping it. Any loose leaves that fall, just stick them all down in there. And now I'm going to start putting in my garlic. Just put that down in there. Ooh, that garlic smells good. And it's going to fill this container up all the way to the top. I like to have lots of flavorings infused into that olive oil. I'm telling you, the first time I did it, I did not. I only went halfway, and you could barely taste the garlic in there. So what I ended up doing, and you may want to do this too, I took and poured that garlic infused oil into a container, into a bottle, a glass bottle, and I chopped and sliced garlic and put down in the bottle, okay, and it made a world of difference. Okay, so what we're going to do now, my counter is clean, y'all, so we're going to put the cap on. Just put that cap on there like that. I'm going to wipe off any residue around it. And you're going to come in, there's a magnet not only down in the bottom of the container, but there's also one on the sides to help, and this has got a magnet, so it helps to hold that in place, okay? So now it's time to do the decarb or the dehydration process. Now, you don't put your olive oil in yet because you have to go through the decarb process first. Then after that, then is when you pour in your olive oil, and then it goes through an infusion process. But for right now, we're going to go through the dehydration process, okay? So you're going to turn it on. Makes a nice little tune for you. And it's telling me to choose the cycle. So I want to use the, the activate button. I want it to activate. And to begin with the drying process, you just want to go ahead and start with that. And if you look, it takes 3 hours at 115 degrees to do that. So then you have to come back over here and hit the start button, and it says it's warming up. Oops. So now we have to wait. We have to play the waiting game. We have to wait 3 hours for the herbs to dry. Once that's completed, it will alarm and let you know, and then we'll come in and put the oil in, and the infusion process will start. We'll check back with you in a little bit. Okay, welcome back. Well, the drying process has been completed. It took 3 hours. Brother Cowboy and I, we spent that 3 hours out in the sun on our backs. We had such a wonderful time. The weather is perfect, not a cloud in the sky. We had a great time. Well, now we're back. The drying process has been completed. So now it's time to infuse those herbs, the garlic and the rosemary, with some olive oil. So let's do that now. So I'm just going to pour into this measuring glass about 1.5 cups. About right there. And this is extra virgin olive oil. And we got the robust type. Give it more of a punch. Okay, so then you just open this up. And as you see, herbs are still in there. But you want to leave them alone, okay? Let's leave those alone. Leave them in here. If I can get the lid back on it. Sister Cowgirl. So then you're going to put that in there, and you're going to pour your olive oil down into the main chamber. Just like that. It, like I said, it holds a good 1.5 cups. You might go up to 2, but you're going to really come to the very rim of the top of the chamber. Okay, so we're going to shut this now, and now you come and you set it to activate or to infuse, and I want to go and infuse. Okay, now if you'll see, 2 more hours, but this time at 150 degrees, and like before, you're going to hit your start button, and there we go. Uh-oh, I'm sorry, I pushed it too long. Hold on. So there we go. We're going to push it, and it's going to start the infusion process, taking the nice garlicky taste and the rosemary and fusing it with that olive oil. So it takes 2 hours. We'll be right back. All right, 2 hours are up. The infusion is complete. We now have rosemary garlic infused olive oil. All that's left to do is to pour it up in the jar of your choice, the container of your choice. And so this is how you dispense it from the machine. There's a button here, and you just hold that down, and it starts pouring it down into your measuring cup. There it goes. That looks wonderful. Looks like olive oil, but the taste is out of this world. And like I said, you can actually infuse all kinds of different oils, mix it up. You can make your own butters, different types of herb butters. There's just a whole lot of things you can do with this. Okay, just a little bit more. Slowly but surely. Oh, I smell the rosemary. Okay. Slowly but surely. There we go. Now we've got some drips. All right. So what we're going to do now, okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to take some sprigs of rosemary and the garlic here. I'm going to plop that down in the jar that I want to use. And so as the oil sits in the jar, it'll get even more infused with garlic and rosemary. So you take your funnel and you just pour that olive oil down in there. And I saved just enough for a little treat for me and Brother Cowboy. A little bit of naan bread dipped in that nice infused olive oil with garlic and rosemary. Oh, that is wonderful. I know you will enjoy this. Please, if you can, try to get you a Lebo tube. Well worth every penny you spend on it. I'm telling you, this is delicious. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.